It's been a few weeks since my last official event. You'll recall the legendary London Marathon Midnight Run. Yes, that's it. If you've not watched my video, then I strongly recommend you have a peep, though it's not for the faint-hearted. Since then, a few gentle runs and strolls with the dogs, the scenery, the occasional crises, the usual. Now, the Loyeria circuit race was meant to happen last weekend, but surprise, surprise, bad weather postponed it until June. Classic, and with my luck in recent race forecasts, I was bracing myself for another red warning. Instead, I got something far more surprising. Let's break it down. Surprise number one, the Ràfol de Salem race isn't your standard 7-kilometre trot around a sleepy village. Oh no, this beast is almost 12 kilometres long. But hey, I take 8 kilometres just to warm up, so that's a win, right? Surprise number two, forget looping a few times around the village square. This is a trail course, an actual trail. So, trail shoes required. For grip, confidence and survival. Surprise number three, yes, the small matter of the elevation profile, which looks suspiciously like a heart monitor mid-caffeine crisis. Straight up, then straight back down again. And let me just say this, I have a long and awkward history with downhill running. In fact, I have a bed reserved for me at the local hospital where I'm legend. Walking downhill, tricky. Falling downhill, well, that's practically my core skill at the moment. So, just how tough will the race be? Let's just say it teetered on the edge of trail running folklore, and my legs may never forgive me. You probably know the answer to this already, but what could possibly go wrong? We arrived at Ràfol de Salem with time to spare, which was good because parking was a bit of a puzzle. The village was buzzing with positive energy, and so was I, briefly. A long, glorious food board awaited the finishers, though I had my doubts as to whether I'd live long enough to see it. The race announcer? Dressed as an American football player. Well, sure, why not? Running? Oh no, that was our job. He had the microphone. Then off we went, and yes, I forgot to start my Garmin again, only realising 5 minutes into the run when the watch proudly told me I'd done exactly 0 kilometres. Classic. After the traditional warm-up loop around the village, we headed for the hill. Scratch that, the mountain. Looking at all of the over-keen runners racing ahead, one experienced runner next to me at the back wisely muttered, "They'll all be walking soon." And he was absolutely right. Suddenly we veered off into the forest and the trail turned savage. Steep, rocky, vertical chaos. A trail runner's dream or nightmare. Let's just say rocks, up, rocks, more up, repeat. I ran when I could, but walked when I had to. And yes, I did manage to overtake people on the climb. At the 7-kilometre mark, we reached the forest ranger hut, a place of cake, sweets, and water. Heaven. But no time to linger. Next, the descent. And let me tell you, it was not gentle. Parts of it were tame forest roads. Most of it was not. Rocks down, rocks more down. An ankle sprain waiting to happen, but somehow I made it down in one piece. Just about. I heard the race announcer in the distance. Phew, nearly there. And the course threw in a little surprise. Actually 3. A steep, muddy bank, slippery steps, term used loosely, and then a small tunnel we had to duck through to the finish. Of course we did. Finally, across the line, expecting to see an empty snack table, only to find the organisers had restocked it. Food, cake, beer. Well, it would have been rude not to. Turns out my run wasn't just survivable, it was pretty good. What a wild return to the circuit. Next stop, Atzineta, a bit more local, a village I know. Also a trail, I believe. Probably hilly. Of course it is. I suppose we need to think. What could possibly go wrong this time? I do hope you can join me next week. If you've actually made it this far to the end of the video, congratulations. That's awesome. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your fellow runners.